Hello there everyone, and welcome back to the Joe Nerd's Toy Room for a very special review. As you can see, here we have Master Power. Power. Some guys got it, some guys don't. Thunder Punch E-Man's that kind of guy with a blast in his shoulders and fists that fly. Thunder Punch E-Man throws a punch through the air. You hear it here, but you feel it there. He's new from the Masters of the U, from Mattel, naturally. Got it? So, now that I've fully embarrassed myself and anyone who's watching this video, I can't mess this video up because there is no way in hell I'm going to be able to have the guts to do that again. I don't know, maybe not. But I was going to say too, if anyone out there has the guts or the balls to do what I just did in their Thunder Punch He-Man review, I will be very, very impressed. So anyway, all of that aside, we're looking at Thunder Punch He-Man here. And I gotta say, I was really, really, really impressed with this guy. More impressed than I expected to be. First of all, we'll talk about, okay, and what I'll do is I'll zoom out a little bit. Ooh, not very far. Okay, a little further here. And I'll bring these two guys in. And there's a reason why I've got these two alongside him. First of all, before I get into this, I'm going to explain what that whole first 35 seconds or so of this video was all about, so you start scratching your heads through the whole damn thing. What I just did at the beginning, that stupid little song, that was actually, I am not lying about this, a commercial for the original Thunder Punch He-Man, back when we were kids. If you go on YouTube, well, yeah, chances are you're on YouTube right now. So you just, after this video, just look up Thunder Punch He-Man toy commercial, and you should be able to find it. It's out there by a couple of different people, and it's the silliest, most ludicrous thing you've ever seen. It's silly, but I guess in a good way. I don't even know if it could have been cool way back then, I don't know. But anyway, so that was what that was all about. There was that commercial that I was just talking about, and funny enough, there was another commercial too. There was actually more of a traditional Masters of the Universe commercial too so this figure, back when we were kids, the vintage figure, of course, it actually had two separate commercials. That's kind of a rarity, I think. I can't remember any others having that. So I've got Skeletor, the original Skeletor, alongside here, because in both versions of the toy commercial, the vintage toy commercial, the original Skeletor was featured. And here I have Whiplash, because in the vintage toy back card art, Thunder Punch He-Man was fighting Whiplash. So I figured, they would be some nice window dressing. So as I was saying before, as I said in my original Masters Classics review, I shouldn't have even said a review. I don't want these, my goal is not to review this figure because a lot of people have already reviewed it. If you like to think of this as a review, great, I'm glad, but I may not focus on every little thing that the other reviewers have done, like Pixel Dan and all the others. So what I'm going to do is focus on what I really like about the figure, and chances are it's going to be different than the other things that the other reviewers have pointed out. So this way you've got a nice, what I like to refer to as a review companion. So I'll give you an all-around look. He even has the really nice backpack boy, this figure is like spot on to the one that we had way back when we were kids. Well, no, not in all ways, but the backpack, I mean, detail-wise, even with the tiny little arrows pointing to the center. I don't know if you could see that. It's a little better. So, and it opens. I might as well focus on that while we're here, if it will open for me. There we go. So there's a little clip on it. So you just pop the clip down and you open it like so. There's a lot of red here. I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera, but as you can see there, there's even a spot for the cap ring, or the imitation cap ring to fit into. And it spins with the knob on the other side and all that. So then you can close it. I don't really open and close this very much, as the tab inside, I don't know if anybody else has mentioned this in their reviews. I don't know if you'd be able to see it, not really, but it looks like the tab that the snap goes into, it appears to be pretty fragile. So just a recommendation, I wouldn't be opening it and closing it every time you fiddle with the figure, because I could imagine that over time you could get some stress marks on there pretty easily. So another thing I wanted to focus on, I noticed that in the one review I watched of this guy, the reviewer did not mention this. But if we go in closer and focus on his fist, the new fist that the Four Horsemen sculpted, it is extremely, extremely nice. Here we go. I'm going to take him and show you this way. The fist is extremely well detailed, and you know what's odd about it is it's painted. The fist is actually painted, whereas the rest of the body is molded in flesh. So the fist, this one fist, is painted, but it doesn't matter one bit. It doesn't detract from the look of it whatsoever. You don't have to worry about that, in my opinion anyway. Might as well stay zoomed in here, as I wanted to focus on the chest plate. As you can see, it has the really nice vac metallization. And yeah, you won't be able to tell on this because of the way the light reflects on it and all that. But I do have some slight chipping on it. But it doesn't really bother me, as this will not be my only one sample. I will acquire at least one more of these guys. I like it that much. Because there's a little idea I have. So we might as well talk about one of the main differences, actually, because that it ties into what I was going to talk about, is that he's a lot paler. His skin tone is a lot paler than traditional He-Man figures, and this is focused. Has to do with his bio, his newly written bio. I don't really like to follow that canon myself. I know that there's been a lot of talk about how excellent this bio is. I have read it, but I prefer my Masters figures to be, I prefer a little bit of mystery. I think sometimes not knowing the history or not knowing everything is just as fun. Sometimes asking questions is more fun than hearing the answers. So, oh yes, okay, so was talking about the skin tone. So I was expecting it to bother me a lot more, because when I first saw the review on this guy, I was a little disappointed to see that they had fiddled with the look of him by making him a little paler. But after I opened him and displayed him, he just blew me away. This figure is a 10 out of 10. I'm surprised to say it, to hear myself say it, but yeah, I would give this figure a 10 out of 10. So, might as well, let us just compare quickly the vintage figure alongside him. And as you can see, in case some viewers out there have not actually seen them side by side, yeah, you can really tell how different the skin tone is. But it doesn't really bother me that much. Not half as much as I thought it was going to bother me. In fact, I was planning on buying a second one of each of these guys so I could switch the armor and backpack onto this tanned He-Man. But now I'm finding I don't find it that necessary. I'm okay with it now, I think. Pretty sure I won't have to do that. Or maybe I'll try it out eventually just to see what I think of it. But anyway, let's get on to the accessories. Because I think the accessories are a big part of what I like about this figure. Of course, I've already focused on the main accessory, which is his chest harness, his chest plate, armor plate, and his Thunder Punch backpack. So let's focus on the handheld weapons. So here you've got his Thunder, I guess, Thunder look, Thunder inspired sword, power sword. I don't know how this is going to show up once it's uploaded, but it's a nice translucent pale orange, pale yellow, that is. A nice pale yellow. It's very different than the vintage figure sword, as the vintage figure sword, as all of you may remember, was a solid yellow, a deep solid yellow. I don't really mind that they changed it up. It doesn't bother me. So we'll put it there. Wow, you can't even see it once I lay it on the table practically. And now we're getting to really great accessories. Here you've got a really nice, beautifully vac metallized shield. Man, it is incredibly nice. And it clips onto his wrist very well, as you can see here. And you know, it's a lot better. It fits a lot. This is a part that is vastly improved over the vintage toy. Vintage toy, in case some of you are not familiar, it did not clip around the figure's wrist. It actually was a handheld weapon. And the original vintage figure, the C-grip of the hand was very wide, and he never really grasped the shield all that well, you know. So this is one of the, and you know, I was thinking about this today. I think this is one of the, definitely, I would say, this is one of the instances where Mattel really, really improved over the vintage toy. This new classics version is a lot better than the vintage version from our childhoods. Some of you out there may think that all of the, or may believe that all of the vintage figures are outdone, or I should say, let's say that the new classics are an improvement over the vintage. I don't necessarily think so in every case. So, and inside here, we have the red imitation caps. It isn't a real cap ring, but it's very, very close to it. I hope you don't mind if I don't take it out, because I don't really feel like trying to pry it out of there. But anyway, you got that, and yeah, that's about all I think I can say about this guy. I don't think I'm leaving anything out. There is no way in hell I want to reshoot this video for obvious reasons. Oh my god, thank goodness. Alright, there is one last accessory. I really like this. This is a really nice Thunder Punch accessory that kind of fits nicely over his fist. And of course, now that I'm pressed for time, it will not work. There we go. So you get a really nice Thunder Punch look there. I really, really like that. So, there you have it, guys. Thunder Punch He-Man. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video. And like I always say, there are plenty more to come. So hope you all enjoyed again, and thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you all in the very near future. Bye for now.